You're listening to the best local sports show. Boots, Bats and Balls on Six Towns Radio.
Hello, I'm Ross Hancock and you join me here at the Britannia Stadium in the Wanton Suite, where I'm here for Six Towns Radio for a mastermind evening with a twist. It's a Stoke City twist, of course. Stoke City ladies, the Community Trust and the old boys are all here tonight to help raise some much needed funds for the ladies and the Community Trust. Joining us now, we've got another Stoke City legend, Denis Smith, who's joined us here for the fundraiser. Denis, it's been an average start to the season for Stoke. What have you made to the start of the season?
Well, they've changed the style, which everybody was wanting them to do, or the majority of fans were wanting them to do. It started quite well. Now the manager's starting to find out which players can do. You know, at first you think a player can do certain things. Yeah. You put it on in training, it works, but when it comes to the pressure games, then you find out. And he will find out over that period what players can do, what he actually wants them to do, and then he will make his decisions. But we've played reasonably well without getting the results he possibly would have wished for. There's a long way to go till next May. By next May, we'll be able to make a decision on it.
Definitely. And we've got quite a tough trip to Swansea this Sunday. Probably helped, though, by the fact that they're 2,500 miles away tonight, and without Michu and Michelle Vaughan.
Well, I think that, you know, as you say, they're playing in Europe a long way away now. They'll leave players behind and they'll change things around because they're top of that. So they're in a position to be able to change and use players. And most clubs got a good squad now, over 20 players. But they're playing decent football. They're a good side. I think we're good enough to go there and get something, and I hopefully that we will.
And the England squad's been released today, so I just wanted to ask you about Ryan Shawcross's chances, because obviously as a defender yourself, and you've been watching Stoke obviously, what do you make of his chances? What has Ryan got to do to get into the squad for the 2014 World Cup?
I think that, you know, he's got to show that he can play the other side of the game. He can pass it, which he can. He wasn't asked for, but you know, he can pass the ball. But that has to be proven over a season, over a period, and you take it on from there. He could do with scoring a few more goals. That always gets headlines. We could do with more goals from other players besides strikers. Everybody's raving we need the striker, but we need goals from other areas, and the two centre backs should be chipping in with a few. So that side of things. But I think Ryan's just got to carry on playing, and he's playing well again this season. You know, the fact that we've changed the style doesn't seem to have affected him in the least. So that's good. People will now look and they will make their own mind up. You can't force the England manager to say, yes, I will take him. We might think he should do. He will make his own decisions.
Yeah. And obviously here tonight for the ladies fundraiser. Have you watched much of the Stoke City ladies, or have you watched much women's football?
I've got to be honest, no I haven't. I haven't seen the Stoke City ladies. I have watched ladies football. I think that I've just been discussing it. It is a growing sport. Both my granddaughters, two of my granddaughters play.
Oh yeah.
I think if you look at America, where it's bigger than the male, football, it's something which will come in. It's a good sport that can be played by women and played well by women, and it can be entertaining. So we'll have to wait and see how Stoke City ladies develop, but nights like this will give them a bit of funding, which always helps.
And obviously it's a mastermind evening, so I've got to ask you, who was the smartest player you played with at Stoke, and who was the, should we say, least smart?
Well, that's me turning up tonight possibly makes me the least smart. Although I don't think I'm going to be in it now. I got called at the last minute. I was coming otherwise, but because I'm on a trustee for the community. But smartest lad, that varies. Possibly Peter Dobin, who's always knew what he wanted to do and how he would want to do, and a bright lad. Smartest. Don't miss anybody who played in numbers under 6.